January. Welcome. Okay, let's get started. All right. So let's just do a quick, I'll just show you what the journal looks like. You've already seen it if you've seen the other one. I did change this page. And I got that one. This one. And my weeks. Okay, all right, let's get started. All right, make sure that looks good. So we are going to use this color, I think. I like this color. I'm going to use this calendar as a year at a glance. So I'll put all my appointments, birthdays, everything in here. So that way I know what's going on. So according to this, on the 9th, I have a dentist appointment. Dentist. On the 3rd, I'm going with the kids to see a wedding venue because they are going to get married. Yay! All right, and then let's look at the birthdays. Now, my birthday, I actually created this book. There's 6 different designs, and it's just a book of days, birthdays, anniversaries, and special occasions. You can get it on Amazon, and it just has the birthdays in it, and anniversaries, stuff like that. It also has flowers, the stone for every month and everything. And each month has a different dog. But there's like I said, 6 different themes. There's a cat, there's a garden, a car, different things like that. So let's put in the 7th. I'll put the birthdays on the bottom. Bert. The 8th is a friend of mine. The 13th is another friend. I'll probably come in later and put little stickers, but 20th. Oops, I bumped the camera. I do that sometimes. Is another friend. Let's see. Seventh. 28th. The 31st. All right, I have 2 big dates in January. The first one is the 26th. That is my 39-year anniversary of when Jesus became my Lord. When I began serving God. That's when I got saved. So I celebrate that every year. And then on the 28th is my wedding anniversary. This year, it'll be 32 years. Woohoo! All right, so that's my year at a glance. I'll also put, like if I have any podcast scheduled that I want to watch, stuff like that, appointments, things like that, I'll put that in there. Okay. All right, So that's all I've got for January. January is a pretty slow month as far as appointments and things. So my word for the month is clarity, which I found Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 2 says, clarity starts with intention. Write the vision God gives you and live it with purpose. So then this is going to be my Bible study area. And this year I'm doing it a little differently. I decided to make a little pocket, and we're going to actually be doing the first Bible study of the year is by Jenny Allen, Get Out of Your Head. It's a book, and I can't wait to read it. And then inside here, I put week 1, week 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I can write notes in there, and then I'll just tuck it in. So that's what we're doing for Bible study. This is my page for my goal, my word of the year goal thing. So focus, we're going to put clarity, says to create space, listen, and define direction with intention. All right, so that's my focus this month in January, is to create space, listen, and define direction with intention. Because remember, I want to be intentional this year. So my goal for that, my goal for the month is to have a clear vision, for the year with God-centered priorities and high level writing. I should probably just wait and tell you all at the same time. Timelines mapped. All right. So my focus is to create space, listen, and define direction with intention. My goal is to have a clear vision for the year with God-centered priorities and high-level writing timelines mapped. Now you'll notice I have week 1 here. That's because this is designed for only 4 weeks, but there's 5 weeks in January. And this is so cool. A friend of mine sent me a link. That's why I changed this page. If you've seen the other video, then you know what I'm talking about. I covered over the original design and I put this in here because what you do is you pull up. Look at that. Isn't that so neat? And then you pull it down. You got, my problem is I made it a little too narrow, so it gets stuck. So the next time I do it, I will actually fix that. All right. Let's see. Do I have? Oh, did I not print that out? I might have to get my computer weekly. Small steps. Okay. Oh, I didn't print it out. Okay. So on here, it's as you see, it says January and clarity. So this month, we're going to call this small steps. I have 3 areas that I am working on: personal, spiritual, and business. So I'm going to call them PSB for short. So we'll do P for personal. My small steps are I want to start moving, so gentle movement and hydration. So I want to start exercising and doing my water. S, spiritually, I want to start doing prayer, daily prayer, and start a gratitude list, which I have set up in this journal. So daily. Because I think that's important. You know, it's something that I want to do. I want to get closer to God this year. For business, I am not going to start writing this month because we have several things happening. We're moving. Our lease is up at the end of January, and so we're moving. We haven't decided yet exactly where we're going. So I'll be packing and doing that. But for business, I do want to define goals and vision. I want to further clarify that. Clarity. I want to further clarify that. And then I also have some challenges that I want to do. For personal, I want to declutter one area intentionally, because as most people know, as most people do, we tend to collect stuff, and sometimes you have to declutter. Spiritually, I want to write my prayer focus, for the year. And for business, I want to map or create a writing schedule. Okay. So that's what I want to do this year, or this month. All right, so this is what I want to accomplish over the month of January. So what I'm going to do is, for each week, I have set up a checklist of things that I want to do. So in week 1, I want to, hold on, let me get that up. Apparently I decided to move it. I don't know why. It's okay, sometimes I do that. Okay, let's move that over there. I'll have to print this out for next week. So because I have 5 weeks in January, I couldn't fit all of them in here. So normally I wouldn't have one here. It would just be the focus and the goal. See, I made this too narrow, so it gets stuck. There we go. Okay, so for week 1, I want to we'll put a check box. Establish morning devotional rhythm. I also want to begin 5-minute daily journaling. Now, I have been journaling, but you know, I haven't really, or gratitude list, but I have not kept up with it. So I'm leaning more toward the gratitude list because I really like that idea. All right. And then we'll open this up. Week 2. What do I want to do for that one? Let's see. I need to brain dump current thoughts and ideas, which I will do on this page. Once every quarter, I'm going to do a brain dump for the month. That's probably going to be ongoing. So when I think of something, I'll just put it there. And then I'm going to pray for clarity. I think I want to do a third thing on that day. What did I write? Week 2. Oh, let me check. Let's see, let me check the dates. Because I also forgot that January 10th is Vision Board Day, National Vision Board Day. So that's going to be during the second week. So we're going to do create a vision board during week 2. And then week 3, we're going to do, you hear me scrolling. Da, 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 da. I'll print these out next time. Week 3, I'm going to, you know what, I'm going to change that. Because prayer, that's just going to be natural. The second thing I need to do is for week 2 is identify from my brain dump, identify what feels heavy versus life-giving. Then I can go from there and start praying about that issue. It's always good to know. Sometimes you don't, and you have to just, you know, ask God to clarify it for you. But this way, it gives me a structure, something to work with, something to help me just, you know, really clarify what I want to do for the year. I mean, I know I've created this this plan and goals, but you know, these things can change. I mean, it's not set in stone. Things do change. So that's week 2. Week 3, I think week 3 is write an unfiltered business vision. This means no editing, just write what you feel, and don't don't limit what you think. That way I can get it all out, and yeah. And then I want to also begin, I want to write out the verse. And memorize it. And begin, oops, I misspelled that, begin memorizing. Because I want, by the end of the year, I want to have all of these verses that I'm using every month to be a part of my character and who I am, and that way I can remember what needs to be done and all that. Let's see. And then, so that's week 2 and week 3. Pull that out. I love this. This is so cool. Okay, week 4, we are going to refine and finalize my business vision. Make sure I don't repeat anything. Brain dump. Oh, I also on week 1 want to start exercising. Okay. Okay, identify. I want to refine vision. And then I think maybe that's all I want to do for that week. I wasn't very clear with this one. January, for some reason, was a little difficult for me. So, then I want to align my projects with my vision. And then week 5, I want to declutter, because that is part of it, right? Hydration, prayer and gratitude list, divine goals and vision. Okay, so a lot of this is going to be vision related. Create, so we'll do week 4, create a writing schedule. Declutter files and projects, because honestly I need to get into the computer and fix some things. I also want to, for week 5, prep for February. And I think that's what I want to do. Oh, also remove or delete any misaligned commitments. Okay, so I think that's what I want to do for January. Like I said, it might change the further I go into January, but you never know. I'll try to keep it the same. All right, so again, next time I will not be stuck because I just made these too narrow. There's that one and that one. Excuse me. My husband's laughing at something. Not sure what. All right. Okay. So that's my monthly plan broken down into weeks. I'm not going to break it down into days. I don't want to be that micromanaging because that just wouldn't be fun. So this is where I'm going to do my brain dump. Of course, I'll fill this out. I don't want to show that. Okay, so this is what I'm planning on doing. I'm going to check in with you every day, and I'm going to do my scribble stats. So basically how much I've written. So 0 to 100 words will have a color. So let's put some colors in there. I think I like the green just because it matches and the brown. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And maybe the gray. Maybe I think that's silver actually. I don't know if I want silver. Let's see. Gray. Let's do gold. Okay. So we will do that color. So 0 to 100 words is going to be that really light green. 101 to 250 words, that green, like a tree green. 251 to 500 words is going to be like an olive green. 501 to 1,000 words is going to be like that dark olive, which is, oh, I love that color. 1,001 to 5,000 words will be a brown. And I'm hoping that the gold will be different. 5,000 and plus, 5,001 plus will be gold. Yeah, we'll see. Okay. And then what I'll do is I'll actually write the number of words. Again, January is not going to be a major writing challenge for me because we're going to be packing and moving and stuff. And so I'm going to spend most of my time doing that. But if I do write, then I will put it in here. Then my popcorn playlists, that's for any movies or TV series that I watched that I really liked. I'm only going to put the ones that I enjoyed here because I don't want to deal with the other ones. All right, I think I dropped one of these. I did. Okay, so let me show you what I did. I bought these cute little rubber stamps for my reading. They're from a company called Sniggle Sloth, but you can also get them on Amazon, which is where I got them. So they're like, they come looking like these. And I got one which is a check mark I'm going to use for nonfiction books. I got a shaka, which I'm going to use for fiction. And this is for my reviews of the movies and TV shows. It's a little popcorn bucket, which rubber stamp, which will give me the reviews on how much I liked it. But I'm only going to put ones that I enjoyed. I'm probably not going to put one. I don't know. Maybe I'll put all of them. I don't watch that many, so yeah. Okay. So what I'm doing with this is my reads of the month is Mail Order Thief. Let me go back and get my book challenges. Okay, so for the jellyfish challenge, I need a box or mail in the title and the cover, or a locked room story. So I chose off my TBR. Can you see that? Mail Order Thief. Maybe I'll put it up on the screen, but so that's going to be the first one I read. And then for my January sourdough, Year of Goober is first book in a series. So I'm going to do Meet Me at the Summit by Mandy Lynn Bell. And this one is Catherine LeBlanc. So these are my two books. Excuse me. So what I did is I saw this, and I don't know who I saw it from, but they actually decided to do, what they do is they put a black and white one here, and then when they read the book, they put the color one over it. So that way they know what they're reading. So I figured I'd do that. So here's how I set it up. This is also not my idea. I do not know where I got the idea from. I've watched a lot of videos. So the book, and I left one blank so that I can just randomly choose a third book if I want to. All right. So the genre goes here. I can write like romance, things like that. I can put there. I do have stickers for that. And then when I read it, I write the title and the author. And then I choose my, like this is a fiction, so I choose my shaka. This is for my rating. I will put the shakas here. And then I write a little review here. I was doing a separate, reading journal, but it's too much, guys. I needed everything in one book. It was too much. I just don't have the time for that. And then this is my one line a day, which is my gratitude list. So I'm going to write every day. I'm going to find something that I am thankful for and write it down. My doodle of the day, or the daily doodle, I had to put an extra one here because this, I could only make a chart of 30. I have my prompts here. So for January 1st is a baby dragon yawning, which I will film separately. So that goes in here. And then we just see how many I do. I do not have a publishing schedule set for January because I'm not doing any official writing or anything in here. So I will not have it. But what I did do, and I'm not going to show you the cover because I've already got the cover for the book that I'm going to write. That's my big announcement. I am writing 2 novels this year. One is like a fantasy romance adventure. The other one is a young adult holiday romance. So this is the back, nice and plain. But I created these little books, and what's inside is, it's a checklist. So final draft, copyrights complete, cover reveal, pre-orders. So this is going to be the date that I expect it to be out, and this is going to be the actual date. And so I made this so that every month has its little pocket, and it'll sit right here. And then this will travel with every month. So it'll go from here to February and so on until it's finished. So yeah, So this is my little thing. I will not show you the cover until I reveal the cover. Yep, so that's what that goes. Normally I would put down my dates here, any publishing notes, things like that. I'll put it in here. Okay. All right, so let me find, okay. So then, so I can, oh, excuse me. So I can keep track of my dates. I'll go back to the beginning of the month and I will write on here my appointments so that I can keep track of them. So the 3rd, I'm not sure of the time yet. They haven't told me. So we'll see about that. So, I'll write the date in here. Wedding venue. I'm not sure what time. Like I said, that's on a Saturday, so they'll let me know. And then the 10th is National Vision Board Day. Put that there. I'm actually thinking about making some icons. If I do make icons for like the national holidays and things, then I'll put them in later. Oh, and then I have a dentist appointment. Can't remember the time. I'll have to look it up. But that is Friday the 9th. Dentist. So I'll put the time in when I look it up. And then let's add our birthdays. So the 7th, we'll put him up here. Bert. And that way, I like to have it in 2 places, so that way I don't miss them, because sometimes, you know, I miss the birthdays. And then we'll go to the 13th. And I'm putting the birthdays up in the top, so they're priorities. The 27th. Is Mia. It's a different M. And last is Lisa. Okay. Let's see, do I have any on February 1st? I don't think I do. Because I've set this up as weeks. So I'm following it by weeks. Nope, nobody on the 1st. Okay, we're good on that. All right, so that's that. Now what I'm going to do with this is every day I'll write down every week I'll write down what I'm praying for. And then this is my journaling area. Instead of doing it day by day, I am just going to do once a week or jot down stuff during the week, just because I don't feel like I don't need to do so much journaling. Oh, that's my husband. I'm not sure what he's doing. Okay, and then of course we have, what are my dates? The 26th is a Monday. That is my 39-year anniversary of when I gave my life to Christ. And then the 28th is my husband and mine 32-year wedding. anniversary. All right, so that's my plans. I'll just go over oh, and then I'm going to do a month in review, my highlights, lessons learned, all that. Okay, so that is my setup for the month, and I'm hoping that you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, drop a comment. If you have any suggestions, drop a comment. If you're confused by anything, let me know. But otherwise, like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it, follow the channel, and I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.